I'm reading off my phone, and I'm gonna make this tiny here. Happy birthday, Taylor! Okay, so I'm going to spoke words. This is my booty story. It's an underwear e-commerce saga. This story was originally written for a live storytelling event that was called Bitch Fest. So the theme is bitchiness. Okay. Poverty is a form of lack, defined by an ability to function in society via its collective terms. It exists in that we accept those terms. Most things exist because we accept them as reality. I need money so I can buy groceries, underwear, gas, pay for an apartment. That's seemingly the only way these things will come to me. You can be impoverished in freedom, perspective, opportunity, privacy, but most generally we think of poverty monetarily. But outside of that matrix, I believe there is a strange magic in the world that provides all things in all moments if only we follow something inside, something intuitive, honest, and raw. And sometimes that intuition is being a bitch, kindly and with love. And so today, I want to share with you my bitchy, paranoid e-commerce story. It was early January that I set out to buy myself new underwear. Not just any underwear. I wanted guilt-free, eco-conscious underwear that would last a long time, like 2 to 7 years. I hadn't bought myself underwear in a minute because I felt guilty to spend money on myself while I was going through a rough patch with work. I'd been going through one ever since the great ongoing recession of novel coronavirus Corporaticus greedicus. But thank the stars, over this holiday season, I got a gift card for an online bazaar called Amazon. Do you know that? They sell everything, and they give you a free cardboard box with every single item. Unfortunately, I have guilt about online shopping on Amazon. I accidentally learned of all the environmental implications of the global trade and its effects on land, water, labor, love, life, and liberty. My guilt intensifies on this website in particular, especially when shopping for myself. But I had a card. I bought the most eco-conscious underwear I could find in Amazon's collection. But when I got them, they were too small on me. I bought the most eco-conscious underwear. Oh wait, I already read that part. It's hard to shop for underwear online because it's like, how do you do it? It's like, what size is the black triangle really? I didn't want to return them because I know that everything you return just goes in a giant pile into the nethers and becomes garbage. So instead, I kept them in my underwear drawer to remind myself of the absolute effect I have on the environment until I got another gig. I promised myself that next time I was paid, I would up my underwear energy and then try again. I set myself a budget to spend though. Oh, I did get a gig, and I set myself a budget to spend $30. I tried shopping again. With that budget, you kind of have to shop online. So it's late at night in early January, and I'm setting up the terms and conditions for my shopping. My consumer glasses were freshly cleaned and rosy-posy. So I searched for eco-friendly underwear. And up comes a Reddit thread called, "Help! I want to buy new underwear, but I can't find anything that are eco-conscious and affordable." And it's maybe 10 people in this thread under the subcategory 2 chromosomes. 2. I have that. Nice. Okay. Immediate trust. The problem with Reddit lately, though, is that advertisers have figured out that there's a shared sense of trust on Reddit, where people believe they're interacting with other real people. So I follow the thread like a newborn baby, and I click a link in one that says, "I love this company, Booty. I use Booty. Booty's so great." Booty does look great. Sustainable harvest, bamboo, ethical work, say no more. I'm sold. Thank you, Reddit family. I look through the sales section and I can get 3 hipsters in assorted colors for under $30. Bootiful. I like it. Booty is my new favorite company. They remind me of Rudy to Booty. Do you know him? The little guy who spends all of his days exploring the insides of chalkboards in the children's show, Chalk Zone. Today I'm to Booty too. Except I've jumped inside of a digital underwear store. I check out, a confident consumer. I did a good thing. To celebrate, I take a big hit of the bong. It's a nice Only 11 p.m. But then I scroll on Instagram. I can let my brain rot a little now that I have underwear coming in the mail. I scroll past the Palisades fire, mutual aid relief, Trump about to take office, and then a frontal shot of a woman's crotch is revealed. It's an underwear model, front lit, white background, touched up, Phototech approved. It's an e-commerce ad for booty in my feed. How did they find me? 1 minute I'm on their internet, their website, and the next minute they're on my internet, my feed, my content guzzling station. Rooting to booty. I see this and I am so offended. I get an ick. Disgusting. I hate the internet. I hate Amazon. I hate tracking. I want my money back. I want my privacy back. I want to be able to afford underwear made from a local bamboo emporium. Booty has the fucking nerve to follow me home. This is a pet peeve of mine. One of the biggest forms of poverty that the internet gave us is a poverty of privacy. It's already intimate enough to search for intimates online, and only moments later they're advertising to me. They've probably got my social security number, and they know how big my butt is. My guilt-fueled rage, and I must follow my instinct. I go back to booty.com, and I look for customer contact. There's no email, only a fill-out comment thing. So I fill out a comment in the thing. Hi there, I just bought a couple of pairs of your underwear moments ago. Excited. And the next thing I knew, I was on Instagram being directly advertised to by booty in my feed. To be honest, if I were to see you tracking me immediately after browsing your website, I would not purchase from you because this feels like an invasion of privacy. That's like if you passed me on the street or we met at a party and later I came to your house to ask if you noticed me, but only by showing you a photo of me in my underwear. With no face and not sexy either, just plain white background with a front light.
Okay.
You guys came up in my feed next to the fires too, just watching some live feed of acre upon acre of fire, and then there's underwear. Do you want me to think of booty and fires? Maybe you do. Please put me on your list of do not sell my personal information. It is my right in the state I live in. There's gotta be, and then I plug myself. There's gotta be cooler ways to advertise to potential clients. Contact me if you need someone to make videos for me. I'm an advertiser, content creator. I think you could reach potential clients in really creative, awesome ways with the mission you have behind your clothing. I have some ideas. And then the rest of what I said doesn't matter. I have ideas. Thanks for this great sale. Okay, so within like 4 minutes, I get an incredibly kind response. It's like, we are so sorry. We apologize. We will look into this. We shared your pitch with our marketing team. And, but I got it so fast, and it's a really long email. Like, it's paragraphs. But remember, 40 minutes ago, I hit a really big bomb. So when I wrote my first email, I wasn't very high, and now I've got anxiety riddled with guilt and anger on steroids, and I just bought potentially fake eco-friendly intimates from a man in the machine. So I'm like, these fuckers aren't real. This is a shell. It's AI playing into the underwear. And I'm like, no more money to these assholes. So I go back to the comment and I write, please cancel my order. It was made a mistake. Send. And then a few minutes later, I realized that I didn't include anything about myself or my order number. So I write another email in the comment box, and I say, my order number is XXXX, and then I say, please cancel my order. And then I realize I'm very sleepy, and I'm tired, exhausted even, and I go to bed fully bitched out. The next morning, I wake up to several more emails from booty.com apologizing and saying they will contact their marketing team, and I realized that they're an Australian company. And it was daytime for them. And maybe I was talking to real people. But either way, I've canceled my order and I told them what I think. And I'm not supposed to have underwear, and I will go commando until I save up for local underwear. So a few weeks later, I get home from a new gig at an e-commerce photography studio where we photograph clothes on white backgrounds. And there are 3 pairs of underwear from Booty free of charge. I'm wearing them now. Still, today, my Instagram is riddled with advertisements from booty.com. So I paid for those underwear in privacy and strange complaints. Anyway, I guess I'm saying if you complain in a weird way, you might let companies know how uncomfortable their practices are, and you might even get free underwear. And also, weirdly, I ended this job that I started yesterday, so it's all full circle. Woo!